Hello, everybody. What we're going to be talking about right now are dedicated freight lanes. Now, for those of you who do not know what a dedicated freight lane is, it's where a manufacturer, a distributor, somebody like that, it's where they're shipping a number of loads either weekly, daily, monthly to dedicated locations across the U.S. Now, what you have in front of you, these are actual freight lanes that we work. Now, for the purpose of the video, I'm going to show you a copy of the lanes. I'm not going to tell you what type of freight it is. I'm not going to tell you where it's actually coming out of. But I wanted to show you what an actual dedicated freight lane diagram looks like. This is something your shipper is going to send you when you hopefully pop on one who has dedicated freight moving. Now, I'm going to use as a hypothetical location Springfield, Illinois. Let's say my shipper is in Springfield, Illinois, and he manufactures truck parts. He's going to have so many loads, and these are based on these lanes right here are monthly lanes, all right? This is how many loads per month that this shipper is going to ship from the point of origin to the location. So let's just look at one of our destinations here at the very top, Kersey, Colorado. So he ships one load a month from Springfield, Illinois to Kersey, Colorado. He ships 35 loads a month down to Plainview, Texas. He'll ship 36 loads a month to Hereford, Texas, one to Sulphur Springs, one to Irving, Texas, etc. Now, when you get the opportunity to actually bid these dedicated freight lanes, most freight lanes are bid on a biannual or an annual basis. Not all of them, but most of them are, because that's how they put their budgets together. So they'll either be bid at the ending of the fiscal year or the beginning of the fiscal year. All right? And there's a difference. Now, when you're seeing these lanes, what this shipper is requesting, let's just go down the columns. The column FSC, all right, that's fuel surcharge. He is wanting you to put a fuel surcharge in on top of the rate. Now, when you're doing this, all right, with a fuel surcharge, if you're a broker or a trucking company, you're going to put this in case fuel spikes, all right? You put this in basically if fuel goes from right now it's about 2.10 a gallon, and if it goes to $4 a gallon, that fuel surcharge should help you on the rate. This way, he's wanting that to make sure his trucks don't fall out. This will provide consistency because you can't operate at the same rate if you're a trucking company, and you can't operate at the same rate as a broker and make profit if fuel spikes $1 a gallon. All right. He wants you to run the miles on the given load because basically he might be using a different miling program. You might come up with 1,800 miles on a load. He might come up with 1,860 miles on a load. It's all with all the different softwares out there. He might be using PC Miler. You might be using Google Maps. So he wants to put your rate and miles according to a rate that he has preset in his mind. Now, he's never going to have a preset rate. They'll have different values in rates. They might be dealing with 4 different carriers or brokers, and everybody has a different rate. What they're doing, they're not going to put all their eggs in one basket, all right? They'll deal with multiple people. Now, you'll also notice that he wants a rate for a van and a rate for a flatbed because he knows vans are going to be cheaper than flatbeds, most generally to ship certain items. All right, and vans are going to be easier to find. But maybe he's got items that have to be shipped on a flatbed, so he's going to want a rate for that. Now, with dedicated lanes, I'm going to give you a few clues. I'm not going to show you just completely how to work them because that's what we provide in our training programs, but I'll give you a clue. When you get dedicated lanes, the most important thing to the shipper is coverage. All right. A lot of you guys, a lot of the rookies get out there and bid them, and this is where, I have one of my rules of order is don't overpromise and underdeliver. A lot of guys who whether it be a trucking company or a brokerage, they get out there and they get a hold of some lanes that they have a chance to bid, and they screw it up for everybody else because they don't take into account of actually covering the load. They go in there and try to sell price. All right. If you're the cheapest guy on the block, you're undercutting yourself, you're undercutting the industry, and you're probably not going to keep the freight too long because you're not going to be able to get trucks to cover it. That's how trucks fall out. All right. When a shipper has dedicated lanes, he has customers that are purchasing 35 loads of his every month. He needs to guarantee those trucks are going to be there. The only way those trucks are going to be there is if they have a good rate. And that's also the only way you're going to make money. Now, this is one type of dedicated lane. You'll see that it's completely blank. Now, I'm going to show you another type of dedicated lane. These are also some dedicated lanes for a product. And once again, I'm not going to tell you where they're coming out of. These are actual lanes that we service on a regular basis. All right. Now, this shipper, let's say he makes ball bearings. I will say this, he's coming out of the Midwest. All right. And these are his production facilities where he ships things to. All right. He has provided us with a rate. All right. He has provided us with a target line haul rate. Now, I said line haul. You'll notice right down there also I put in there rates do not reflect the fuel surcharge. All right. I always cover my butt with a fuel surcharge. Now, he wants an all-in rate. This is the rate he's given me that he would like to run the product for. And you'll see, all right, where he's got 936 miles. This is what he's provided to me. He has 3 to 5 loads a week, and he would like to pay $1,900. Now, first of all, I don't care if I can even get him covered for that and make money. I'm never going to come back at his requested rate. If you start a relationship with a shipper where you are giving him his rate that he wants, you are leaving money on the table. You're cutting your own throat. All right? That will happen because then he's going to expect it on every load. You have to train your shipper like you train a bird dog. You know, he wants 1900. I'm probably going to come back at him at 21 and a half. He's going to counter me at $2,000. I'm going to counter him at 2050. It's all about control. Now, I want to be able to guarantee that I can cover these loads, and you never know what's going to happen in the industry, even with the fuel surcharge. So a little extra padding on there to make sure I make money is not going to hurt. And also, I'm not going to make money if I don't cover the freight. Look, guys, when you're bidding these lanes, remember a few key things. Coverage of the carrier, control your shipper, and your rates. This is how you're going to succeed in keeping these lanes continuously. Don't believe all this crap that you hear that brokers can't get dedicated lanes. You're going to hear some stuff from some shippers that say, we do not deal with brokers. We only deal with asset-based carriers. What they're really saying when they say that is, we don't deal with brokers who are stupid. I know you guys monitor these YouTube channels to get all the free information you can. Look, I've been brokering freight 20 years. I make bank brokering freight. I'm the only real freight broker and the only real one who brokers freight on YouTube. The rest of these schmucks have never brokered a load in their life, and if you're banking on them, you're losing out quick. You want to learn how to move freight? We'll show you. You want to learn how to set up a business where you can work out of your house, get you some agents working for you, and provide a very nice income? We'll show you. Go to our website, www.freightbrokertrainer.com, www.freightbrokertrainer.com. We're going to be uploading more YouTube videos for you today to show you a little bit about this industry, give you some free training while you're going. Good luck out there. Have a great day.